So we have CPI out of the way. It's funny because the CPI, the scene of the crime from today's CPI was exactly by one tick where the CPI from scene of the crime from April was, from which we dropped, I don't know how many points, but this is where we sold off in April, and now this is where we're rallying from. Exactly the same place. That's very interesting. It's just a curious thing. It's nothing. I don't know if there's anything to it. But anyway, we're still one time framing up in the weekly and in the daily. Now we have all-time highs right here, and it's very close to today's price action. So if we look at the longer time frame, we can see that we have this high delta level at 53.06. So we need to get through that. If we get through that, then we're likely gonna make new highs. It could happen today. Let me see what the options are pricing for today. It's like 21 points. So I mean, it's not within. It's right there. It's right at the edge of the expected move. So we could have all-time highs today, but we need to get through this first. Now, you can see that there's a spike. By the way, this were single prints that we just cleaned up, but we have a spike and we have some volume accepting prices right now at this levels. We had this target that we just hit from before. 5,300. So if we accept prices within this distribution, the low end is 52.90. So if we stay above 52.90, look for some volume to be traded here and then a breakout to take the highs. If we start getting below, I'm gonna be looking at how we react when we get to the first spot is going to be here at 81, that there's a low volume, and there's also the VWAP there, and there's the top of this distribution. So looking for a bounce there. If not, I'll be looking at the reaction at yesterday's high, which also there's a high here. So this is going to be key to hold. If we don't hold that and we start getting below 64, which is the weekly high, and it's this low volume node, if we don't hold that, that's going to be bearish. That's going to be I'm going to be looking for shorts back into 52.45. And then if we keep selling off, we still have that support at 33. If we break that, then 52.12 will be the target. But for now, it's gonna be the bulls are in control, so I'm gonna be looking for longs and bounces until the order flow changes. But for now, it's all very bullish. NQ. And Q has the highs here of March at 18,700. So that would be a nice rally if we get there today. But this is similar situation. We want this looking for bounces in this area. If not, move back to 18,300. And if that, from here, the next target is 18,200, but gotta take it one level at a time. But because for now I'm looking for bounces. I don't think we have, let me see if we have any news. Any other news? We have Fed speaking at 10 a.m. House inventories at 10. Crude oil inventories. Fed speaking at noon. So we still have some triggers. And tomorrow we have jobless claims. So all of that can affect all of this and could push prices one way or the other. So keep an eye on the news. Crude oil, I mentioned this morning, it was at a great spot to go long into 78, and it hit it 78. When I took that trade, I didn't realize that CPI was coming up, so I didn't want to hold it. And but it did hit the target and then came back down pretty quickly. I say that there's still an opportunity to go long here back into 78, and then if we get through this hurdle at 78.15ish, then 78.50 would be the next target, and then 79. But this is a good risk reward. I like it because it's in the low end of the range and value is up here. We can't. I mean, we're one time framing down, but there's not much interest to trade down here. So if we take this two lows, then I would say that's a good opportunity to go long. Even here, it's a good risk reward in my opinion, because you can put the stop right here and target the 78.50 on the 79 areas. Gold is moving back, fill the gap, the RTH gap, and now it's holding above the volume node the low volume node that I had mentioned yesterday and the day before. So now we gotta look to see if this becomes the new range and we trade around here, or if we attempt to get back into this range above from before. The target here would be 23.98. If we get there, if we are able to trade above this low and into this value area. Otherwise, if we lose 23.67, I would say, then the target becomes down here at 23.50. All right. Good luck, everybody. And yeah, I think I went through everything. Yeah. All right. Good luck.